Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over the classic Sonic the Hedgehog, Amy Rose, and Metal Sonic from Jakks Pacific. Now let's get to it. Here is the box for the classic Amy Rose. We have Amy over here, Jakks over there, Sonic the Hedgehog over here, the same guy over there, classic over there, and Articulated. With accessory included that we've already seen before, this beautiful Amy Rose figure we have not seen before, and on the back we have 12 points of articulation. Amy has a strong sense of justice and will always follow her heart to protect the weak no matter how small. The rest of the figures in the wave legally is down here. Now let's take a look at this classic Amy Rose. The head sculpt for classic Amy looks amazing. It's straight out of the series. I love how this looks so much. The eyelashes look really cute. The eyes are huge and very round. You can see the seams inside here though from her eye though. And the skin tone looks really nice down here. A little bit darker than I would think, and a little bit lighter on this pink on the inside of the ears, I would think. Her hair piece up here looks kind of glued on strangely, and I do like this band, but it should have been not painted. It looks a little bit sculpted, but I don't know, it looks painted also. And the quills in her back look really awesome as well on the back of her head. And for articulation, her head does swivel all the way around. Very nice head sculpt with a few QC issues here and there. The body is basically a carbon copy of the 2.5-inch figure. I love how this looks. It's very nicely done. The deep green, the nice whites of the lapel as well as the gloves, and the orange on the skirt is so cute. There's cuffs over here on the shirt, and on the back we have a little bow as well as a sort of quill fin, whatever this is. It looks like a shark fin to me in a way. I do love how this all looks though. It's all nicely color blocked. And for articulation, the arm can go up this far and down this far and swivel all the way around with a swivel over here and a little bit of hinge as well. Each hand is on a ball joint. It's very small clearance though for this at least. And we must discuss this a little bit later on. Yeah, I'm bummed about this hand being in this shape. This hand is fine at least though. Classic Amy also comes with a waist twist. This changes the game entirely. I really love this piece and how it works and looks. Now I want all the other figures to have waist articulation. Get on it, Jakks. I've always loved Amy's shoes. They look so cool. I love the color scheme on them. That light kind of periwinkle color with the deeper orange and the whites over here all look wonderful. I just am really happy with how immaculate it looks. There is a scuff over here. Sadly, I could probably buff that out a little bit though, but it's okay. It's like when you get new shoes and all your friends are like, oh, let's mess them up while they're new. It's kind of funny to me. There are also 2 peg holes upon the feet over here and a bunch of illegal as well as there's undergarments as well. It's kind of funny. And for the articulation, you do get a swivel as well at the foot, and then a hinge for the knee going up, and then I believe a swivel up here, but it's really hard to read. You can also have her legs going forward and backward this far. Not really that much. I'd rather just have them be inert, and as they were, you don't really need to move her all that much. This classic Amy Rose is shaping up to be an awesome figure in the Jakks Pacific 4-inch Sonic the Hedgehog line. And now for the elephant in the room, the accessory. We've seen this Chaos Emerald many times before. It came with Omega, Neon Sonic, and I believe the newest Advent Calendar. At this point, all the Chaos Emeralds have been issued and reissued ad nauseum, and I feel like more accessories should be made for these figures. Of course, I'm talking about this hand that Amy Rose has that isn't holding anything. This can't fit in this hand. This Pico Pico hammer that Amy should have is way too small for her, but it's from a little statuette set, and I thought it would work. And testing it out in her hand, it's kind of barely okay. It wobbles and moves a little bit, and holding it really sort of by the throat doesn't really work that well. The hammer from modern Amy is way better, but we get this issue with it, and the paint is just stripped off it entirely, sadly. That's a bummer. I probably should take all the paint off, and honestly, that would be a little bit better, but yeah, I shouldn't have to do that. Jakks should make it where it works and the paint doesn't get inside the figure's hand. So I'm both stuck with this as well as this. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, Jakks. You need to make a hammer for her, please. Classic Amy Rose stands at about 3 3/4 inches tall next to Classic Sonic and Mecha Sonic, Classic Tails and Knuckles, Classic Mighty and Ray, Modern Metal Sonic and Neo Metal Sonic, and Modern Amy Rose, and Classic Eggman. But a Classic Metal rises right after this. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and hit the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. Here we have the box for the classic Metal Sonic. I've been waiting for this for so long. Classic Articulating Sonic the Hedgehog. We have metal in the box with a sign with Eggman on it. Sonic the Hedgehog Metal Sonic. Jakks Specific over here looking amazing in this box. On the back we have Metal Sonic with gold posts, 13 points of articulation. One of the most powerful robots in the world. Metal Sonic was created by Dr. Eggman. Rest of the figures in the wave, collect them all. Bunch of legalese down here. Now let's take a look at classic Metal Sonic. The head sculpt for classic Metal Sonic is amazing. I love how this looks. The ears are really bright. The eyes are kind of dim and spooky. And the gray for the muzzle is just awesome. This little Pinocchio nose over there and a couple screws to hold it in. I do wish the eyes were a little bit better painted, a little more color to pop. That would be really good on these. But I'm just glad for now to have this in hand. I also love the triangular points of sort of quills in the back. Really awesome on that. These fins back here. Just really expertly designed with that roundness in the back. Really just awesome. I love this piece so much. And the head has always been my favorite sculpt out of Sonic. And for articulation, he does swivel all the way around very carefully, very easily, very nicely for this creepy Metal Sonic. The body sculpt has a really nice jet turbine in the front as well as the back with this little fin back here and a couple also indents. Really nicely done on those. I love how this looks over here. Everyone's saying it should be silver, but I'm like, no, it should be gray. That's how the sprite was in the games. Yeah, this looks really accurate, honestly. I love the yellow coming off from here over to here very nicely, tying into the black as well with that. It's all nicely color blocked. And all the fingers look really great too. Kind of noodly, but it fits the character. We use even a holding hand for something. I'm not sure what it's holding, but I'd rather it be a fist, honestly. The shoulder pads are really nice too, and the little screws over here are really great. They actually serve as articulation points, I think. Pretty neat. And articulation is very interesting with this figure. You get a little bit of up and down over here, not that much. All the way around, kind of, yeah, it works pretty well. You get a swivel over here as well as an up 9 degrees on that, and then down with a swivel, and then a kind of ball joint over there with minimal range, at least not working that well. And on this side, it's pretty much the same, but a little more range on the other hand. Weird. And looking closer at this joint up here, actually, you can move it lower and then in. It has to tuck into the body, and you get more range out of that. Pretty nice. And the legs are very nicely done. Basically the same from the games, the same from the other 2.5-inch figure. I just love these so much, and they're very cute. The feet have a really good sheen to them. I wish the eyes did. The paint is pretty nice on the feet. There is some legalese as well as 2 peg holes at the bottom of those feet. I love the bolt power bank screw things you have over here, looking nice. There are those joints again over there, the little screws on the knees with a nice blue all the way around, kind of a shin guard thing coming up to the thighs that are done in gray and look out really nice. I do like the molding on the back. It actually serves as kind of more screws. And for the articulation, it's pretty simple. Back pretty far, and all the way back is nice, kind of 90, and then forward pretty far at least with a swivel up top and a swivel at the knee, and then swivel down here, and then a up and a down, a little bit of pivot as well. It is a ball joint, and it's just so nice to see that finally this guy's in 4-inch. And I've seen people say that his head sculpt is a little bit big for this and kind of chibi, but I just love it. What a fantastic figure. I love Metal Sonic. And the accessory you get is this spinning Eggman sign. It's him on both sides. I wish it was metal on one of the sides. That'd be really cool. I like the color scheme for this. It works out really well. There's a post in the bottom too if you want to place it on a 2.5-inch accessory set, and it works out really well. Classic Metal Sonic stands at about 4¼ inches taller. So next to Classic Sonic and Mecha Sonic, and I gotta say, while I do prefer this one is a nice version 1 at least of the robotic Sonic. Pretty interesting. I like Silver Sonic. He's cool. Tails and Knuckles, and I really hope with this out of the way and Neo Metal out of the way, we can finally get Mecha Sonic Mark II for this guy to fight. Ray and Mighty giving some Sonic Mania love. Modern Metal Sonic and modern Neo Metal Sonic, I do like these two a lot, but this one I think is my favorite of the 3. And Classic Super Sonic and Classic Eggman. I do love how these 3 look with the yellows, whites, and reds. Really nice. I also hope somewhere down the line we get a yellow colored Classic Metal Sonic, kind of like a Super Metal Sonic or even Mecha Sonic Mark II. Come on, Jakks, make him! And here's Classic Amy Rose and Classic Metal Sonic next to their 2.5-inch counterparts. I actually think in a little bit of a way, I like the 2.5-inch ones a bit more. But let me know which ones you like more in the comments below. Overall, classy girl and classic evil robot. Classic Amy is a really great figure. I love that she's basically a transplant from the 2.5-inch wave, and I wouldn't want it any other way. The only exception would be that neither of them actually come with a hammer. The hammer I did give her is from a different figure entirely, so I wish Jakks would do that soon. Classic Metal Sonic is a figure I've always wanted from day one. The articulation and sculpt are amazing on this figure, and I feel like the paint could use a little bit of a touch-up on the eyes. I do wish the other hand was a fist or maybe another outstretched hand like the 2.5-inch figure. Making that a transplant should have been a snap, but I'm at least glad they're trying different things with their figures here. And while I am glad to have these figures for now, I do hope eventually they come back around to them and make the perfect ones we truly deserve. If you're a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, Classic Sonic, or cute adorable girls and robots, then you'll love these figures. They're amazing. I wouldn't really recommend one over the other. Obviously Metal Sonic for me, but Amy Rose is a great figure too. Both classic and both awesome. But make no mistake, by not including the right accessory with Amy, they didn't just drop the ball, they dropped the hammer. So which figure here is your favorite? Classic Amy Rose or Classic Metal Sonic? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com for more reviews like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.